Hey guys, Goodbye here, bringing another Pokemon TCG online deck profile, and today we are looking into Greninja Break. This is an expanded Greninja Break deck, so let's just jump straight into it. So we are running 2 Shaman EX. It basically just allows us to accelerate and get things done faster, and hopefully hit us at turn 1 Wally, and hit that Frogadier, and then we're set, That's why we run the 2 Shaman. Then we're running 4 Froakie. For some odd reason it jumps to Greninja Break. We're running 4 Froakie. Because Froakie with 60 HP is really nice. It's better than the one with 50 HP. The bubble attack really isn't used. It can be used every once in a while if you don't get the turn 2 or the turn 1 Wally on turn 2. So, yeah, we just run this. Any 60 HP Froakie does the deal. Then we're running 4 Frogadier with water duplicates now. This can either make or break the deck sometimes, so water duplicates can get us up to 3 Frogadier from our deck and put them down onto the bench. Now this could allow us multiple turn 2 Greninjas when the turn that we can evolve without Wallies, so this can be really, really powerful, but it can be inconsistent depending on if you open up Wally, if you have to dig for it, stuff like that, but it's still definitely great to have in your deck. Now moving on, we do run 2 different types of Greninjas. We do run 2 Greninja with Water Shuriken. Now this is just used because we can just discard an energy and deal 30 damage, which is really nice. Its attack's really not used as much because it only does 50 damage for 1 energy, but we still love the Water Shuriken ability on it. Then we are running Greninja from the new set, or I do believe it's from the new starter deck. The new Greninja starter deck, and it has Moonlight Slash. Now it does 60 damage plus an extra 20 if we return the water energy back to our hand, which we have no problem with. We don't mind returning that water energy. It allows us to discard that water energy if we draw another one for Greninja's breaks, extra 60 damage if we wanted to, stuff like that. Also has the attack Shadow Stitching, where let's say if our opponent really doesn't have anything too threatening on the board, and we know he has a Shaman in hand, but he didn't play it yet, because let's say we Getsist or something like that, even though we don't run Getsist, but you could tech one if you wanted to. But anyways, we could Shadow Stitching and make it so that their Pokemon have no abilities. This is also very good against bats, because bats can be a pain sometimes, so Shadow Stitching also shuts down bats. So this Greninja is also very good. Plus it has 0 retreat cost, which is a really, really key thing to this deck. We can retreat into a different Greninja and Greninja break again, stuff like that. So this Greninja is very strong. Now we are running just 2 Greninja break. We only run 2 because any more it's too much setup, and the deck's already really slow as it is. And yeah, if you run any more, you're just asking to dead draw a lot more than you already do. Now, we are running 1 Remoraid and 1 Octillery. We only run a 1-1 line so that we can focus more on the trainer lines and run things like Rare Candy and stuff like that still in the deck. So that's why we only run the 1-1 line of Octillery. Plus, it isn't necessary to get up in Expanded because we do run cards like Anon and stuff like that over Birches and stuff. So we only run the 1-1 line of Octillery. Now jumping into our trainer cards, we do run 2 Battle Compressor. This allows us to discard Froakies out of our deck. If we've already gotten a Frogadier out and put 3 Frogadiers down on our bench, or even 2, we can discard the extra Froakies out of our deck because we won't need them anymore past that point. And it allows us to discard other cards like Sycamore, Wally for VS Seeker plays, stuff like that. So Battle Compressor is really good in this deck, so I 100% recommend it. Then we're running 1 Computer Search. Before I was running Dowsing Machine, but I felt like Computer Search is better because it allows you to insta-grab things instead of having to discard them into our graveyard. But Dowsing Machine has the pluses of getting used cards like Super Rod and Super Energy Retrieval and stuff like that, where Computer Search just allows us to grab things like that straight from our deck. So you could go either way. I prefer Computer Search. Then we're running 3 Dive Ball. This really makes the deck even more consistent because we're able to grab almost everything with Dive Ball, and this means we can often get turn 2 Greninja or turn 2 Frogadier and stuff like that. So Dive Ball is really, really good in this deck. Then we're running 1 Energy Retrieval just to get energies back because we're discarding them all the time pretty much. Then we're running 1 Escape Rope. Now we do this because sometimes we can lead Shaman or a Remoraid and we won't draw into Floatstone and stuff like that. So just having Escape Rope can get us out of those situations. Plus, if we're versing, let's say, Toad turn 1 and they bench a Shaman and they don't have the DCE, we can Escape Rope and make him so that he has to attach to the Shaman before he can attack with Toad or something like that. So Escape Rope's just really good. It can help us get out of certain situations. Let's say Wobbuffet's up, we can Escape Rope out and make him retreat his Wobbuffet so that we can use our Pokemon abilities again, stuff like that. So Escape Rope's really good at this deck. Then we're just running the one rare candy. We only run one rare candy because if we open double Froakie, let's say, and then one Froakie, both our Froakies live, we can go one Frogadier and a rare candy into a Greninja, and then set up the rest of the Frogadiers, and then bam, we're in a really, really good position from there on out. So that's why we're running one rare candy. Then we are running one Super Rod. This is allows us to grab a line of basically whatever we want back into the deck. So Super Rod's super good. Plus, if we need energies, we can always grab energies if we really, really need it. But we probably won't because we do run 2 Super Energy Retrieval in the deck. It's just such a better card than Fisherman because Fisherman takes up your supporter for the turn, and we really don't like that. So we'd rather just use an item card, discard 2 cards, and get 4 energies back and be able to abuse all the water shurikens and giant water shuriken shenanigans that we can get away with because in one turn they deal 90 damage and that's a half of an EX's attack HP, and it's just really, really good. Then we're running one Trainer's Mail. This is just for consistency. It's just a one-of tech that we throw into there. You could cut it for another rare candy depending on how your playstyle is, but I prefer the Trainer's Mail. Then we're running 3 Ultra Ball. This is for Shaman, Greninjas, Artilleries, stuff like that. It can basically just grab everything, and it's super good, so we run 3 of them. Then we're running 4 VS Seeker because VS Seeker is insane, and it's super good, and we abuse Lysander and Wally a crap ton, so that's why we're running VS Seeker. Then we're running 1 Chorus. Chorus is just super good. It allows us to draw probably 10 cards at least once a game because we fill up our bench so much with tons of Froakies and Shamans and stuff like that, so Chorus is really strong. Then we're running 1 Lysander. This allows us to get around things such as Trevenant Lock, stuff like that. So Lysander is really, really strong, and Trevenant Lock is really, really annoying. So we're really running Lysander basically for that matchup. Then we're running 4N. This is for our dead draw hands or to punish our opponent for going too aggressive early on. Basically the only reason why we run N, and it's super strong, so that's why we run it as well. Then we're running 3 Sycamore because Sycamore is just a beast, but we don't run 4 because we don't want to discard too many cards out of the deck because we do still want to be able to use Super Energy Retrieval and stuff like that, and we don't want to deck out because of playing too many Sycamores. Then for our last supporter, we are running 1 Wally. Wally is just really good if you go second and you open Wally and a Froakie and an Energy, you're getting 3 Frogadiers down and you're just set up from there on out, and you're probably going to win that game no matter what. But even if you don't open up the Wally, turn 2 Frogadier is still really strong, and it still sets up, and it still does a lot of work just getting out all those Frogadiers, and it's still really, really nice to have. But with the Wally, it just makes it 10 times nicer. Now jumping into the last of our item cards, we are going to be running 2 Floatstone. Now this is for Shamans and Artilleries and stuff like that because we can lead those things and we don't know how to get them out of the active besides attaching to them, but we want our energy, so we run Floatstone, if that makes sense. So Floatstone's is super good, I think, at the moment. Then we are running 1 Muscle Band. Now this is for the Greninja with Moonlight Slash. This allows Greninja to hit for 90, plus if it's Greninja Break, it does 60, and then if you have the other Greninja that does 30, you can do 190, which basically KOs any EX at the moment besides Megas, which is super nice, and it's really strong that way, and we just love it when that all comes together, essentially. So that's why we run the 1 Muscle Band. Then for our energy count, we just run 9 energy. We don't really need any more because we run Super Energy Retrieval and Energy Retrieval, which allows us to get a lot of energy back from our discard into our deck, and running 10 would just be useless, essentially, and running 8 is, I feel, to be too little because we can still get energies prized. We still want, 6, 7 energies roaming around in our deck or in our hand at some point. So yeah, if you guys like this deck profile, hit the thumbs up button down below, and if you guys really, really liked it, go subscribe over in my channel, my YouTube channel. Clearly I was trying to read and talk and it didn't go well, but yeah, we're gonna open up a quick pack at the end of the video just because I have the coins for it, and I'm gonna try and start doing little things like that for thanking guys for basically staying until the end of the video and actually watching the full video. And hopefully we'll post something good like an EX or something, and it'll be really hype ending to this video. We do pull another Froakie, which is kind of nice. A reverse thing, and we do pull the full art Gyarados. Okay, so I think I pulled one regular art Gyarados this set too. Oh no, I pulled a Mega Gyarados. So I've been thinking about making this deck. Maybe I will soon. I pulled a full art version of it. If you guys want me to, let me know in the comment section down below, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out, guys.